Hey everyone, this is James TW. I'm here in the Netherlands and you're watching Toasted.
Hey, welcome here at, actually this is the cloud fabric, that's what they call it. I have no idea, probably they used to produce clouds here.
I see. Well,
It wouldn't be the only factory where they actually do produce clouds, but whatever. Hey, welcome to Groningen.
thank you. Thank you for having me.
Is it for you important to be here at this festival?
This is the first kind of festival that I've played out of the UK, so I'm just excited to be here, and it's the first festival I'm playing at with a band as well. So just lots of new things right now.
Hey, of course, your music evolves very much around yourself. It's your name that is actually the band. You are a multi-instrumentalist yourself. And I always wonder, if you start off like that, how do you pick a band? And do you actually have a band?
Well, it's a bit of a process. So, I mean, I played all last year. I played, a lot of shows last year where I was just solo and I played with a loop pedal. And it got to the point where I wanted to there's something about being a part of a band and playing together. It's more of a team effort than it is a solo effort. And I wanted to move into that. So there was a couple auditions and I met with some guys and I really liked them. And we just spent a couple of days working on the songs. So it's very new. It's very new and scary and exciting and all these things.
So let me get this straight. This is co-writing as well, what you do?
Say it again.
Co-writing as well, what you do? You involve the guys in writing songs?
I'm writing the songs myself. These guys are coming and helping me play them. But yeah, it's a new experience and we'll see how it goes.
Hey, of course, I read your bio, and most of the times bios are, well, pretty generic. There's some outstanding stuff in there, though, I think. I mean, the fact that you, as a 10-year-old, played with your dad at a bride's party, is that true?
Yeah, so my dad plays lead guitar in a wedding band for fun with his mates from work, and he bought a drum kit when I was 10, and the drummer, a day before a show, couldn't make the gig, so they let me step in, and it went really well, and I ended up becoming the drummer of the band after that.
So why did you quit drumming? Isn't it like a lifelong passion?
It is. I mean, drumming is the thing nowadays that I do for fun, and because I'm not getting to play the drums on stage or anything like that anymore. But when I go home and I want to just relax, I'll play drums.
And I want to relax, I play drums. Yeah. That's a nice quote, man.
Yeah, that's a bit of a strange one, isn't it?
Hey, of course, I've been checking your music. I was dumbfounded to find that you have, and I have to check the facts here, because I mean, it is 45 million plays on Spotify.
Yeah, I mean that all happened very, very quickly and has been really, really surreal to process. Yeah, it's cool. It's very cool.
Yeah, it is cool, but I mean, everything probably happened really quickly. I mean, as far as I'm an outsider, I see your success going. I got signed by, well, you played his wedding party. You get signed by Island Records, which is like incredible.
Well,
and
I guess you're condensing like 9 years into about a minute. Things take time, and the kind of most popular song on Spotify I wrote quite a while ago, and it's taken a long time for it to be heard and kind of find its way through all the music. So it's very gratifying, but every day it's nice to hear where it is and what it's done. But that's kind of the past to me now, and now I'm looking forward to releasing the album.
Exactly, that's my next question. The album, how far is it? Is it done? Do you have the artwork? Is there a title? When will it be released?
Right. Well, that's a lot of questions. I'm going to the States to record a lot of it in the next month. To kind of.
Where will you go?
I go to Venice. There's a producer there that I really love working with, and we kind of work in his garage, and it's fun. I have a really good time there. So I'm gonna go and record the songs. I'll be honest, I don't have a name yet. I don't have artwork yet, but that's all stuff I'm starting to think about at the start of this year.
Now, like you said, you've been around for at least 9 years, and I always think, like, in this 9 years, you probably wrote like 500 songs. Am I correct?
There's a lot of songs that have been written, yeah.
So, is it just narrowing it down right now because you already wrote most of the stuff?
Yeah, I think part of it is trying to pick your favorites within this big bunch of songs, but also because I'm still quite young, so I feel like I'm growing as a songwriter. As I go. So obviously the more recent songs I'm going to prefer and feel that are trumping the ones before. So it's this ongoing process where you have to eventually draw a line and say this is what the album's going to be. But I'm very excited about songwriting this year. I feel more confident than last year because I got to work with a lot of people that have taught me things and I've taken things from. So
could you name me a couple of people that were really influential for you?
Yeah, there's someone called Chris Stefano from Nashville, and he's a great guitar player and musician, and I found some chords from him that I've taken forward and love playing. They're kind of scattered around. There's people in England, there's people in America, and
It seems to me that I'm sorry to interrupt you, but it seems to me that you are focusing a lot on the States. Is that true?
Focusing on the States. Well, I signed my record deal out of the States before Europe. So that does mean that I spend a lot of time there and I spend a lot of time over here. So
the rumor is true that you got signed because you had a lot of success with your YouTube channel. Is that true?
Well, partly so. Someone called Shawn Mendes was watching my YouTube videos and he's signed to Ireland, so he brought me to their attention. So I went and met with them, performed, and that's how it happened, really.
So to me, I mean, if I wrap up your career until now, is that you're of course very prodigious and you were a multi-instrumentalist, which is amazing. You're a great songwriter, which is amazing. But I think you did everything in the new way very well. I mean, you had your promotion on your own YouTube channel. You have like shitloads of views on Spotify. So it sounds like the new way to go and release music.
Yeah, I mean the industry is always changing, and more now than ever, we're all just kind of adjusting to it, and for the better. And I'm just focusing on what I need to be good at. I'm not worrying about that too much, but things have been working really well so far, and I just keep my fingers crossed that they keep doing that.
You started off with this. I mean, of course, you are young. You're a young guy. You're 19 years old, right? Still, probably, maybe hitting 20 soon. And I always have like this problem with it because probably everybody in the press, a lot of music journalists will probably talk about this. Like, this is an issue. This is a thing. And then I go like, well, it didn't used to be a thing. I mean, the Beatles were 16 when they started off. Nobody ever mentioned that they were that young,
Right. I think
maybe the record industry and especially maybe also the press are old.
Well, it's getting there's lots of kind of young talented people that are popping up, and it may seem that they just come out of nowhere and things happen really quickly, but there's a lot of work that goes in before anyone ever hears. I was playing 9 years ago in a wedding band, and I never could have imagined being here right now, but it kind of pays off, and you just keep working.
You're playing a small gig in Amsterdam tomorrow at the Backstage Hotel, which is probably a nice thing. I mean, for you as well, because it's really intimate. There will be a point in time when you won't be able to do those things anymore, I think. I mean, if your career goes on as it will. So I always think, like, this is probably the most fun period as an artist.
Right. I kind of got a sense of that when I went on a support tour last year. I got to play in some arenas and some big venues, and it made me aspire to that, but also appreciate where I am now and kind of playing these shows. And it's a completely different feel when you're on the stage. So you're right. I am making the most of what we have right now.
Backstage Hotel Friday in Amsterdam. Is there like more than just this gig here, one-off? Is this a mainland small tour maybe?
I'm hoping eventually. You're trying to get stuff out of me. I'm hoping I will be able to do that. But right now I'm just kind of trying to pop up in as many places in Europe as possible and play an intimate show for the fans that are there.
Sweet.
Yeah.
What holds in your future for you? Recording, releasing the album, and we hope touring.
Yeah. They're the three. That's what we do. Yeah.
One more thing. Will your music be released on vinyl as well?
I really hope so. I mean, I have a record player at home, and I love getting new vinyls. So I'm really hoping so. I got to speak to the label about that.
Thanks so much for your time.
Well, thank you for having me. Cheers.